Hi there, it's Ruth here, Artful Stampin', and today I'm making some vintage inspired bunting. Kind of inspired by the royal wedding. I saw another demonstrator in the UK make some and I thought, oh my goodness, I need to get some done for my garden party. So this is a condensed video of a live broadcast I did on Facebook. So if you want to see the full version, then head to my Facebook page and you can see it there, and it was all its glory and joking around about the royal wedding and things. Right, so I've got the lovely white paper doilies here, which are retiring, along with the pansy punch. I punched out loads of real red and cherry cobbler flowers, along with some island indigo and night of navy leaves, and then shape them with my tweezers. I'm going to put a link to the video showing you the kind of hand technique I use so that you don't end up getting repetitive strain injury by doing lots of this tweezering. And I do this because I like to have the flowers with a little bit of shape to them. The flowers don't generally come flat, so I like to kind of mimic nature and make sure they've got a bit of shape to them. So I use soft suede ink and a sponge just to get some colour onto the doilies and onto the flowers themselves. Just helps give it a bit of depth and stops them looking so flat. So after doing that, I got my baker's twine out and very simply just folded over the doilies and stapled them into place. You could use glue if you wanted to. I do suggest, however, that you make sure that the string can kind of move around inside the doily in case you want to kind of arrange them slightly differently or have different spacings depending where you're going to be hanging it. It's quite a pretty thing to kind of like hang up and decorate a little corner or a shelf or the top of a door or whatever you fancy really. Or a giant cake. You can make a giant cake and decorate it. So basically I use a hot glue gun just to get everything stuck down really quickly. And then I use the fabulous gold flakes that again are retiring this month. So if you don't get hold of them, they won't be available. And they're really nice and chunky, these gold flakes, so they make a really nice focal point. And I used a bee and a dragonfly from the Dragonfly Thinlits set, just to add a little bit of nature to it. And then using the Tombow glue, I just applied some glue around the edges and some gorgeous glitter. And yet again, this one is going too. So if you do like gold glitter, I suggest you get stocked up with it. So if you'd like to shop, please go to my artfulstampin.co.uk website, and from there there's a link to my shop. Please don't forget to use the host code because by doing that you earn yourself an extra little gift from me next month. And also something a bit extra as well, related to the new colours. I won't spoil the surprise. So the glitter can be applied either by sprinkling on, or if you've got it already on your scrap piece of paper, you can kind of like dip the gluey pieces into it and it picks it up really nicely. So here I am using the gold thread, twisting it around my fingers, and then using a silicone mat to apply the hot glue so that basically I don't burn myself. Hot glue is notorious for that, so you have to be careful. I just find this is a really quick and easy way to create a little bit of frothy threadiness that can be applied underneath your work, just to make it look kind of fun and frou-frou-y. So I apply some of the gold thread, and then I've got that tiny gold sequin trim, which is just fabulous for adding a little bit of extra interest to a card or scrapbook page or decor piece like this. You don't need much of it, a little goes a long way. So I cut a couple of pieces and then just inserted them under the flower there. So this is a sort of project where you could maybe pre-cut everything out and just sit and have a fun time sticking everything together. And of course, if you just took one of these elements, you could stick that onto a card and maybe pop a sentiment there, and away to go. You don't necessarily have to use this as decor. So thank you very much for joining me today, and do subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to be notified of any further videos, and I'll see you again soon. Take care for now. Bye.